Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1813. We've been here this many days in a row to bring you morsels of a thought of wisdom. Wisdom is knowing the right things to do. And then doing it is called going to make virtue in the world. We're going to bring more virtue into the world, morsels of a thought at a time. So I'm simply reading to you what wisdom other people have written in their book, The Brain Rescue, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion. Most of us have hit our head sometime. Dr. Brody Miller, PhD. He is very wise in this aspect. He has a PhD in brain research. Chapter 2, The Irony of Head Injury. Know how your heart holds the key to brain health. It's almost absurd to claim that the key to memory recovery starts in the heart. Memory is stored in the brain, right? After a head injury, it's only natural to think all the healing should be aimed at the brain. And yet, there's a surprising twist here. By focusing on the heart, you'll not only enhance your brain's function, but also create a foundation for holistic recovery. And that's not all. Did you know that it is scientific fact that the heart sends more information to the brain than the brain does to the heart? Astonishing, isn't it? The heart produces more energy than any other organ by far. Beyond just pumping blood, the heart is constantly in communication with the brain through electrical, hormonal, and biochemical signals. In fact, research shows that when the heart maintains the special frequency of zero point 0.1 cycles per second, when it creates waves that harmonize it with the brain, this beautiful connection is called heart brain coherence, helping the mind and body work together in harmony. Cycles per second is measured in hertz. And that's not all. Science shows that the heart sends signals to the brain not only through nerve pathways, but also through its powerful electromagnetic field, which can shift mental states and affect healing. This heart brain communication speeds up and helps repair neural pathways damaged by head trauma. The heart's magnetic field is the strongest field within the human body. And yes, there is neuroplasticity in the heart as well. Most people have a huge misunderstanding that neuroplasticity is only in the brain. That's simply not true. Neuroplasticity, once again, is the ability of the brain, heart, and nervous system to change, heal, and adapt over time in response to everything we do. Your heart, like your brain, has an incredible ability to adapt and change. What if I told you, this is Dr. Brody Miller, PhD. What if I told you by tapping into this heart neuroplasticity, you will supercharge your recovery? What if by improving the connection between your brain and your heart, you would improve memory, resilience, and your health more than you could ever imagine? I'm here to inform you that this is not only possible, but probable if you learn and embody what I am about to teach you. The heart is our emotional center, meaning it is the core of our emotions. And what are emotions? They are simply they are just simply energy in motion. When we feel elevated emotions like appreciation, love, gratitude, care, and inspiration, our heart shows measurable changes in heart rate variability, and coherence. By nature, these are healing energies to our psychology, mind, neurology, brain, biology, body, and spirit, soul. But when we are feeling negative emotions like frustration, anxiety, guilt, shame, agitation, or fear, there are noticeable negative changes in our health, biology, and well being. The heart truly is the key to our health and overall performance. Now, here's a few graphs here that he's got. You can tell the waves are very interestingly shaped. Check out this amazing research image, credit of the Heart Math Institute, to get a better understanding of what I am referring to. Now, cortical inhibition is called chaos, and they measure it in time with time in seconds against heart rate. So frustration looks like this jagged wave here. Can you see that? And then cortical facilitation, which is coherence, is appreciation measured in time in seconds against the heart rate. And look at this nice, smooth, wavy line that covers all amplitudes. Yeah. Okay. These are patterns of the HRV wave patterns of the HRV waveforms are clearly different. So this is what we have. All right. Now, let's look at three extremely important health metrics I pay the most attention to in the work I do with my patients. Better yet, we will break them down as simply as we can. Dr. Brody Miller, PhD, is a man who originally had a severe enough brain injury that it knocked him unconscious and caused later on correlated with a tumor that was in his brain that had to be removed by surgery. Brain Rescue is his book after he has done a PhD in brain research. Brain Rescue is a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion. And John Assaraf, 2 times New York Times best-selling author, says Brain Rescue is a life-changing guide packed with cutting-edge neuroscience. It's a beacon of hope. So if you've ever conked yourself on the head, you need this book. It really helps you. Even if you haven't, he can help you get your brain to do better than it did before, regardless of whether you have had a brain injury. So I highly recommend this book. It is, let me take a look. I don't see how much it is. Let's see. I don't see a price on this. I got this from his wife, Rocio. Know that there are three very important health statistics, metrics for the heart rate variability, HRV, and coherence. While they may sound similar, each plays a unique and important role. Number one, heart rate. This is the number of times your heart beats per minute. A lower resting heart rate generally means a healthier heart. Number two, heart rate variability, HRV. HRV shows the difference, variation, in time between heartbeats. A higher HRV means your body handles stress better, is more resilient, and recovers well. A lower HRV means it's harder for your body to manage the effects of stress. So these are the HRVs we just saw, and they have to do with appreciation and frustration. The one on top is frustration, and the one on the bottom is appreciation. So take a look at how that makes your heart change its behavior, or heart and brain. In Chinese Qigong, we have a concept. We have a concept, right, right. Dr. Yenxing has a concept about how it's a heart mind practice, chi is going through the heart and mind. Energy, work goes through the heart and the mind, believe it or not. And so, what this man is doing is actually a form of internal martial arts qigong. He doesn't know it yet, but Dr. Brody, that's what you're doing. Number 3, coherence. And it's a high level of it. Coherence occurs when the heart, mind, and emotions are in sync. Positive emotions like gratitude and love create a smooth, orderly heart rhythm, enhancing both heart and brain function. Incoherent emotions like frustration or fear do the opposite. I can say that in my past, when there was a lot of trauma, my heart felt cold and it felt icy and it felt like that jagged edge thing in that graph. It really felt like that for years and a long time. And when I had head injuries and brain injuries, chemical brain injury and mechanical brain injury, uh, I lost a sense of so being solid. I lost a sense of solidity of my orientation in one spot. Sometimes felt lightheaded and I felt detachment, and I think it was physically in the brain. I always thought that. And so this book to me is a really a brain rescue. Okay, back to the book. Okay. So, number 1 was heart rate. Number 2 was heart rate variability, HRV. And number 3 was coherence. I'll read it again about coherence. Coherence occurs when the heart, mind, and emotions are in sync. Positive emotions like gratitude and love create a smooth, orderly heart rhythm, enhancing both heart and brain function. Incoherent emotions like frustration or fear do the opposite. These 3 health markers are very important to improve after a head injury because they directly affect influence with how well you deal with stress and how resilient you are. In other words, you can become less resilient after a brain injury. So you have to work on that. Now, the author says, when you experience a head injury, it is a huge stressor to the brain and nervous system. So, a head injury is essentially a disruption in the brain's safety and understanding of the world. You are put into a long lasting survival mode. You get knocked out of a state of balance and put into a state of dis ease. Nothing is easy, and given the base even the basics become more difficult. Seriously, I had that happen. I couldn't remember what the hell I was supposed to do. I was taking out the garbage, and all I could do is focus on the act of going there and throwing it away and walking back and walking up the stairs and telling myself, concentrate, 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 concentrate. The third metric, says the author, coherence, is honestly the most underrated health statistic I have ever encountered. I believe if people knew how to create more coherence, then there would be a significant decrease in chronic illness. But don't take my word for it, says the author. Practice this exercise at the bottom of the chapter every day for the next few weeks, and you will know exactly what I am talking about. Healing the old wounds of our heart is a must. Recovery starts with courage and forgiveness. We must shed our old wounds, accept our past and what happened, and begin to take baby steps in the direction that we want to each and every day. This is a daily practice, and just like anything in life, the more you practice something, the better you get. Let's say you wanted to become a master bread maker. Do you think the very first time you ever cooked bread, it would come out perfectly crisp, tasting good? Nope. That's why I want you to practice talking to your heart just like a good friend. Heal your heart, heal your life. Action step: brain and heart coherence in 3 steps. Number 1, Close your eyes and gently place your hand over your heart. Number 2, start to breathe a little slower and deeper than usual with slightly longer exhales than inhales. Perhaps for the count of 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Do not force your breathing pattern. Go at a pace of a natural rhythm that works for you. Number 3, focus on a regenerative emotion like love, peace, or gratitude. If you find your mind wandering, that's okay. Just refocus on a restorative feeling. Step into the VIP circle. Get access to discounts, early offers, and free tools to sharpen your mind. Scan the QR code or visit www.dr dr-bro.com/VIP brain rescue, all one word. And this is this QR code. I never know if it'll work, but I'll put it up here. And he will be on Instagram. If you go to Instagram, you can find Dr. Brody Miller. We are bringing more virtue into the world with his help, with morsels of a thought of wisdom from every book we read. This book we read on Fridays, Brain Rescue, a, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion. Now, it's a blueprint, not a guide. It's a blueprint. So you have to follow it very, very closely. So talk to your heart every single day. It's one of the right things to do, and doing the right thing is a form of virtue. Chapter 3, starting your recovery journey. The REBOUND method is a handy acronym and compilation rebound of the most effective practices I've discovered through the thousands of hours I have dedicated to researching the brain, says the doctor. It's what I've seen work best with my patients, but equally important, it was developed through my trials and tribulations in my recovery journey. Unlike most healthcare practitioners out there, my methods are truly based upon my experiences instead of something that was simply read in a book. This 90-day blueprint was created with the scientific knowledge that it takes on average 60 to 254 days to create an automatic habit, with somewhere around the 66-day mark being the sweet spot for most people. Footnote 2. As you read each word of this page, ask yourself this very important question. What is the true value of a memory recovery blueprint? A blueprint that eliminates the guesswork and leads to predictable results? That's the opportunity I am giving you with the REBOUND method. Here are 7 steps of this proven process. That's 7 letters. REBOUND, rebound. Rebound. Right here, we've got the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Refocus, engage, brain, optimize, unleash, nexus, dedicate. REBOUND. Refocus, brain, engage, optimize, unleash, nexus, dedicate. REFOUCS, rebound. So what he does is he has a nested set of acronyms. This acronym will give you more words that are also acronyms in each step. So I'll read these steps to you, and then we'll talk more. REFOU, refocus. REFOCUS. Refocus your energy. Ground your recovery with a rock solid foundation through rest, nutrition, movement, and supplementation. This section builds a baseline for strength and resilience in the critical early stages. REBOUND, E is ENGAGE, engage. Engage powerful pathways to long term brain change, harnessing gratitude, energy, exercise, and nitric oxide breathing to fuel both immediate progress and long term neuroplastic potential. Brain, brain, BRAIN. Master the 5 core principles of neuroplasticity: breath, repetition, association, intensity, and novelty. That was BRA. Brain changes you can rely on. Optimize. O. OPTIMIZE. So rebound, REBOUND, REBO. O is for optimize, OPTIMIZE. Optimize your recovery to the next level with a cutting edge brain optimization system that sharpens focus, processing, and timing to exceed your own cognitive goals. REBOUND, unleash, UNLEASH. Unleash your true power. Break through mental limits by tapping into the subconscious, activating the vagus nerve, and integrating super learning techniques to unleash unprecedented potential. Nexus, NEXUS. Unlock the mysteries of reality using principles of quantum physics, where entanglement, energy fields, and superposition empower you to shape your world. Dedicate, DEDICATE. Commit fiercely to lifelong growth. Strengthen your identity, align your conscious and subconscious, and develop cognitive flexibility to maintain an empowered recovery journey. The REBOUND method is a step up process, meaning that depending on where you are in your recovery journey, we will either speed up or slow down because every brain is different. Ready to start your recovery journey today? Scan now to join the VIP priority list and receive your free memory boosting exercises. So here is the QR code. Scan this and go to the site. He is on Instagram. Every day I watch him there. He has got a few programs to enjoy. You can join for, well, you can watch him for free, and you can also join his groups for a fee. And each one has a different set of uh, exercises and lectures on brain health that you can use for when you are trying to make your life better. That is actually virtue. To make yourself healthier is actually a part of committing acts of virtue. We have to remember that we are actually taking magic steps of action to do what we have with our wisdom. Our wisdom means we know the right things to do. Okay? Old Kinderhook